is it time to sell the 2021 QBs? We're in a year unlike any other year. Because, for one, we have Select coming out, and it's on Mojobreak.com right now if you guys want to get your teams in a 4-box Select hobby, which is coming out at the end of the year. It's going to be the first year that we have XRCs that we know what teams they're on, for one. Pack pull them.
That's true.
We know what team the XRCs are on.
That's true.
But the reason I'm saying that is because we're literally going to get into the 2022 season, and we're still having crossover of good 2021 products, which has been unlike any other season of the last
never really happened.
Years, right? So I think that's helped the hype. I think the season ended, and you have Lawrence knocking out the Colts. So they're like, all right, he left on a note that there's a lot of promise. People believe in Zach Wilson for whatever reason. People believe in Justin Fields. It's like this year, unlike any other, it's like the offseason did not hurt these guys. You know, it's like the hype is still continuing. And I feel like a lot of people are going to get burned on, if not 5 out of 5 of these guys, probably 4 out of 5 of these guys. I honestly feel that most of these prices are at their peak now. And that's personally me. I think these guys, I think you can point to Lance. I'm a homer. You can point to Lance being in probably the best situation with arguably a top defense in the league. The Niners got better at defense, but he may have rookie struggles. They're probably ranked the best out of all of them. Maybe them and the Patriots as far as preseason rankings.
Patriots, I'd say, yeah.
Patriots and Niners. But, I mean, are the Jags, the Jets, or the Bears going to make the playoffs?
I feel like I mean, if you're asking our opinions on is it time to sell to 2020 quarterbacks, there's some guys that I think you should definitely sell. There's some guys that I think it might be worth holding. So I don't know if we're going to get into that. But, yeah, in terms of those 3 teams, I don't think the Bears are going to make the playoffs. I highly doubt the Jaguars are going to make the playoffs. And I give Jets a very small chance just because they have been drafting really well. And I mean, obviously, that was your former coach over there, and I think he's a pretty good coach.
There was some big news that they might lose. Mekhi Becton has a bone chip in his knee.
Yeah, that'd be big. That'd be huge.
He's like their Pro Bowl offensive lineman, their standout first rounder.
And they needed they had a lot of protection problems last year. So
yeah, so that he may be out. They're saying if it is a bone fracture in his knee, he's out for the year. So
yeah, so I give Jets a small, slim chance. So there's my answer right there. Like Trey Lance, I would feel comfortable right now not necessarily selling Trey Lance, Mac, and to a smaller extent Zach Wilson. I would, however, probably be selling Trevor Lawrence, and so I would especially be trying to sell Justin Fields around. He's the one that I believe is the one that you should definitely sell the most, because out of all 5 of those teams, the Bears are, like, to me, look like they're going to be the worst of the 5.
Yeah, we've got some data here too, just to kind of back it up. And Cody, we did the XRCs because we were able to find data on those. And you can actually already see that it's kind of trended down on the XRCs have trended down on Mac Jones. For the XRCs, they've trended down already on Trevor Lawrence. They trended down on. I mean, most of the market is anyway. So like right now, some of these Eminence just came out. National Treasures, about a month ago. Flawless about 2-3 weeks ago. So those cards are still going for big money because they're still kind of new.
Yep.
Right. So this is kind of proof here that if you look at the XRCs, that XRC is kind of old news, right? And I think these cards might become old news as well. Now, you do have the benefit of, like, you only have Kenny Pickett to kind of really worry about rookie-wise. Now, I don't know, maybe Matt Corral plays. Maybe some other guy, the guy from Tennessee plays. What's the guy from Tennessee's name again?
Willis.
Malik Willis.
But you don't have a big class coming in, so – but, like, what do these guys individually have to do for their high-end cards to go up? Like, do they all have – you have to make the playoffs, right? Is second year making the playoffs, is that good enough? Or can they go 8-8 and their cards still go up?
I mean, I think you saw it last year that, yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, you have Burrow and Herbert, who I think we can say – yeah, I mean, like, they are kind of an exception. Like, that is very exceptional. It's very rare to get 2 guys playing at that high of a level in their second year, but it shows it can happen. Like, a guy goes to the Super Bowl, another guy
Burrow's knocking on the door. He almost won his damn first championship.
Yeah, if he had won, it would have been just stupid prices all off season long. But yeah, I don't think it's that far off where one of these, can two of these guys make the playoffs and up their value? One of them made the playoffs last year. Trey Lance, you said it, he's in a good situation. I think also for Lance, though, the thing that benefits him, and it's the thing we've been saying all along with him, is that it's what we don't know that's really helping him. We just don't know what he can offer, and it's been a kind of a roller coaster ride. If you've been following the practices, there's some day the first couple days it was like, what have the Niners done?
Yesterday was really good, supposedly.
Right, and then the last couple days he looks like okay, they've made the right decision, and obviously getting the full sign off of like you are a guy really helps as well. But yeah, that's really the thing, and like if he comes out and craps the bed in the first couple games, like that stuff's gonna fall
and he's
off
by far the most raw. I mean, we're talking about
Easily.
a guy that sat out the COVID season, and I think only played 17 college games. So you're talking about a guy that's like really, really, really raw compared to the rest of them. But he is in the best situation as far as team around him. And I know Dan here with the Stanford helmet would probably say no, but I feel like he's the Niners linebackers. They just got the corner from the Chiefs, so they solidified the corners. Bosa's back, Armstead's back. If Kinlaw can have a good, that defense could maybe hold teams to 7 to 10 points, and the Niners could just literally run the ball the whole game. Possibly.
I do wish Dan was here so we could, because if rumors are to be believed, there is a slight chance that Jimmy Garoppolo may be heading to L.A. to be the backup
No
QB.
way.
And I just saw that floating around. It's probably not likely, but I saw it floating around.
Well, would you rather have him in Seattle or L.A.? I guess Seattle, right?
Well, Seattle's
he'll play in Seattle.
Yeah, he ain't playing in L.A. He is the backup quarterback, and I don't think he wants that.
Yeah, what a crazy story. Like, he's still on the roster. I don't know if he's going to play. The game's Friday. I don't know if he's going to get any snaps.
Well, if you heard what Kyle Shanahan said, they said he's fourth on the depth chart right now, and basically just very bluntly put it, because we have to put him there. Like, we are trying to get rid of this guy.
They said
knows
that
it.
they're going to sit through camp, and I guess right now they're hoping that somebody gets injured on another team, which we don't hope anybody gets injured.
Right.
But and then the Watson thing.
I was going to say, there's still clarification. We know that obviously the judge put down a decision about the Watson situation, but it sounds like the NFL is going to probably make that.
Goodell wants a longer,
year,
suspension.
1 year,
and that's frankly probably is going to
happen. And then
happen.
Cleveland's going to need who's their backup? Dude?
They're going to have they're going to have to do it. Jacoby Brissett would be the guy, but it's going to be Jimmy G.
But I think Jimmy G has a no trade clause, so I don't know
if he wants to go to Cleveland.
Cleveland's closer. He's from the Midwest.
Good defense.
He's a Chicago guy, so I feel
not
like that's
bad.
close.
Yeah, they're not a bad team to go to.
No, not at all.
I mean, this is the Cleveland.
Well,
Browns.
now that he's been sitting on the depth chart,
Chris.
fourth, and watching Trey Lance practice, maybe he'll just go anywhere at this point. Maybe it was a little different when he was, he was the man. But what a crazy situation with a guy that's been to an NFC Championship game and a Super Bowl, is fourth on the depth chart and can't find a team.
Yep.
But that's wild. But yeah, back to these rookie quarterbacks. I also feel like we were talking about Burrow, and we've got some pictures of Burrow here. I feel like nobody's talking about him. The guy goes to the NFC, the Super Bowl for the AFC, represents the AFC in the Super Bowl, beats the Chiefs. And like we're talking about the rookies instead of him. Like this guy should be literally what we've been talking about.
Should be.
I mean, I think that was the narrative in just as a whole. I remember maybe a month ago, ESPN put out an article about kind of the same thing. It's like, are people overlooking the Bengals and Joe Burrow? Before the season even starts, like these guys literally went to the Super Bowl, like you said. I mean. Going back to just real quick to the original question is like, what do the current 2021 rookies have to do? They have to do what Burrow did, essentially, to justify their prices or their prices going even higher, right? They have to make a deep run in the playoffs, if not even just go to the Super Bowl, kind of like what Patty Mahomes did, because that's the only time we've seen guys, or Josh Allen for that matter, like he made a pretty deep run. Like you have to make a deep run as a young quarterback for your prices to be justified, or for your prices to spike up some, you know what I mean? Otherwise, if all five of these guys don't make the playoffs, then
I know, it's crazy. Yeah, so I mean, I would definitely be selling. And interesting enough, we didn't mention the XRCs of Zach Wilson and Trey Lance, but as you can see on these slides, they actually went up. So they kind of started lower, though. Maybe that's the opinion, because if you look at the Trevor Lawrence starting at $2,000 went to $1,200. Mac Jones $4,200. Man, I feel bad for that guy. Down to $900. So these guys kind of, I mean, Zach Wilson started at $7 and now he's at $735 on these XRCs. And then
Or I think it went down. It went down to 700, but there was a weird little it kind of fluxed. It was 735, but then started going down, 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 and then something happened about a month and a half ago. Then whoop, back up. Anyway. I'm not gonna put that in anyone's mind. What I was just thinking.
I mean, I guess, yeah, I know what you're thinking there too.
Doing that motion for the video and with everything going on with him, that's it. I'm leaving
he became a, as we watched in a video of some kids at the National that we played here a couple hours ago, he became a cult hero for that, man.
Has.
It's like the young guys all over the world. It's like Stifler's mom all over again. Remember Stifler's mom in our generation, and now it's like this guy's now become the hero of. And it's gross, but, I mean, it's just some kind of lore around him.
And it should be mentioned for something that is still not confirmed, that we're all just saying, oh, yeah, Instagram comment, we're all taking it at face value.
Yeah, who could have just been somebody that just wanted to maybe ruin his reputation.
Right.
Or
we don't know.
He said no to or something, and now it's the lore. I mean, there's people actually getting jerseys with it on the back.
Wow.
Custom Jets jerseys, his number. And then Milfson on the back.
That's definitely the least shocking thing I've ever heard.
Can't buy a Ron Mexico Atlanta Falcons jersey, but you can buy a Milfson Jets jersey.
Yep.